Good morning. What is up, everybody? It's Dr. Vibe here, host and producer of the award winning Dr. Vibe Show, the home of Epic Conversations. And I'm the host of Epic Conversations 2020, Best Podcast News Award winner, 2018 Best Podcast News Award winner, 2020 Innovation Award winner given out by the Canadian Ethnic Media Association. I also co-host and co-produce the only online show for dads, fathers, and male caregivers. It's sponsored by DoveMen Plus Care. And as always, I like to say you're blessed, highly favored, a mag for miracles, and a solution for someone's problem. And I should also include that the show that I assist with for dads, fathers, and male caregivers has reached out directly and indirectly to over 400,000 dads, fathers, and male caregivers around the world. And good morning on the morning round. We have the triumvirate, the three,
Trifecta, maybe.
trifecta. I got triumvirate, the trifecta. The trifecta's in the house. Good morning, Ryan Knight. Good morning, Roger Dundas. Well, I guess it's midday for Roger because he told us he's been awake since like 4 or 5 o'clock. Let
5:30. 5:30.
5:30, 5:30. But tell
Is
us
that
what you
the
got done.
daily routine?
What have
5:30?
you got done since 5:30?
Gym, wash some clothes, cook some porridge, vacuum the front house. You know what the salt thing is, man. It's endless with
Yeah.
kids coming in and out.
Yeah, and also too, the
Minus 20 today.
if
Minus
you want
20.
to buy salt, you can't get any.
Sold out most places I've checked. If you didn't stock up, you're out of luck.
I stocked up
Well,
a few weeks ago. So
I have a feeling Costco may have some. I'll check tomorrow.
Mhm.
no, the Costco I went to this week, they haven't had anything for a week or so. I've got some backup, but
Yeah.
I believe so. People are going, what are you talking about? Salt? We're not talking about food.
No,
We're not talking about food.
talking about restaurants, eh? No.
No, well, that's
Yeah.
another conversation in itself. But because we're in the Greater Toronto area, we are in a deep freeze.
Minus 20, guy. Minus 20 this morning.
But it's crazy because I was chatting with some people, and even the person I was chatting with, they said they were chatting to one of their fellow work colleagues who's on vacation in Mexico, and it was only 20 degrees yesterday in Mexico.
Wow.
Gotcha.
Like a lot of the southern part of America and even in the Caribbean, cooler than usual.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it's a freeze. So let's chat. So let me ask, Ryan, what's a win you've had this week?
This week, what's a win? Well, my son has been trying to teach me how to do a Rubik's Cube, and I
Oh, good.
finally did one in under 10 minutes with the strategy that he showed me. So that was quite exciting. And we videotaped it because it was a milestone.
Nice. Document it. Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. Love that. How about yourself, Roger?
Several, a win on every business. Every business had, we had a major contract with Culture Ticks that, yeah, the most I can say about it is that it involves a major live streaming platform that we may be involved with for a docu-series. So that's crazy news. Just being in the right place at the right time. I think that's what that's about. And then Buy Blocks, has just been energetic this week. There's we for Restaurant Week we've signed on the Walrus as one of our official sponsors. My favorite media house in Canada outside of buyblocks.com. So that's just like
You
serendipity.
notice he didn't say a thing about the Dr. Vibe show, Ryan. Keep on going.
No, it's my favorite media house outside of buyblocks.com. It's long form reading. You don't do long form reading. You do. You are going to be my favorite podcaster. It's
Oh,
a
oh,
different
thank you. I
category.
just want to see if I could slip into your DMs in a bit
No,
once
a
in a while.
different category, which is why I'm on the platform. I don't post with anybody else. I mean, there's so
Yes.
many people asking me to do it, and I don't do it. So, um, and then just the clientele. So we're headed into Black History Month, so there's always a lot of activity. Typically, it starts from November, but this year
Mm.
it started in January. The
Oh, good.
Oh,
so And of course, the People's Choice Awards winners are going to be announced on Sunday, February 1st.
Oh,
Nice, nice.
Yes, yes,
oh.
yes. And
So
we'll
where
be
do you post that? Will it be just on the website, or where would
yes,
you?
so it will be by email. The email will come out generally. There'll be their individual emails where they will receive their digital badges that they can use to promote themselves. And then we are still planning on doing our 13-year anniversary event for BuyBlocks.com
Yeah,
at,
sweet. That's amazing.
Mascot Brewery on Sunday, February the 15th. So we'll celebrate them there. We'll take pictures of them. People have a chance to meet them and everything. So that would be good. Yeah. So it's a lot. And then Restaurant Week, it's crazy. It's just so much activity, so many different good news and bad news.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll get into a little bit of the
Yeah, the
not
bad
so
news.
good after the break, but
What's the date that it's
now you
happening?
can see why Roger gets up at 4:30 in the morning.
5:30, 5:30.
5:30, 5:30. I keep on saying the 4:30 stuck in my
You,
head.
you, know,
5:30.
I'm realizing to Dr. Vibe is that once 7 o'clock starts to wine come around, I just start getting tired because you're up early. Right?
Yes.
So we can't, I know Ryan and I used to work until like 11, 12, 1 o'clock
Evening,
sometimes.
No,
yeah,
I stopped it.
no, no,
I
no.
stopped it.
Whenever I work that late, I hear Kel and Nicole in my head.
Yeah, you got to sleep, man. You got to sleep.
You know,
yeah.
you got to
You
get
want
that
to
done.
sleep till 8 if you can.
Ryan, you were gonna say something. I think I
Oh,
interrupted you.
like the dates for By Blacks Restaurant Week. When's it happening?
May 11th to the 17th. So it's pretty easy now. What we've done is we pegged it to Mother's Day. So we start the day after Mother's Day.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Every year. It's the day after Mother's Day. So
Okay,
the restaurants are crazy busy up to Mother's Day. And then that week is typically slow as well. So,
Oh,
that
okay.
makes sense. That makes sense.
Keep it
That
going.
makes a lot of sense. Gentlemen, are you making a way of staying as much inside as possible during our deep freeze?
100%.
Initially, yes, so it was like hibernation mode, but today there's actually an event at Waterloo University. So, oh my gosh, Lantern. They used to be called Liftoff, but it's Lantern.
Oh, I know that place. Lift off. I know them.
Yeah, with oh my gosh, Trevor Charles,
Yes,
the
yes,
professors
yes.
there. So they're doing an event where you get to tour the different entrepreneurship zones around the campus, like Communitech, and there's a social development ideas lab, like the UN development, those 15 goals that the UN has. They have an actual physical place called the Idea Lab. So yeah, heading out to Waterloo to
Enjoy the drive, brother.
well, inside the car at least will be chill, like calm. It's just that
Yeah.
walk to the car, and then I don't know how much time will be outside when we're at the event, but hopefully it's just a walk inside, and that's
Hopefully,
real with the outside cold. Yes,
hopefully.
yeah,
Well, I'm praying that you have a good drive out there and a good. Last thing I want to hear is you get stuck or anything on the
right,
highway, brother. That is not looking forward to that.
exactly.
We're not looking forward to that. All right. So we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, uh, again, it's a Freestyle Friday. So it's a Freestyle Friday. A lot of things just go, but I know there's at least one or two things I want to chat about. Roger and I were chatting during the week about Restaurant Weekend, some of the casualties in regards to Black business. It seems that more and more Black businesses are closing, and we're going to have a little bit of a conversation about that. But we'll be back in about 45 seconds. You are watching The Morning Vibe. Chime on in.
Check out Primetime Saturdays with Aisha and Lala.
We're live every Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern
With Aisha K. Staggers,
and Laura Lala Key,
where we try to make sense of the nonsense.
going on in American politics and culture.
You don't want to miss it.
We'll see you on Saturday.
Watch Black Canada Talking live on Sundays at 5 p.m. Eastern, where Dr. Vibe and Cesar de Mamusa give their takes and points of view on news stories from a Black Canadian perspective. You don't want to miss it.
Coming up on this Monday's show, Donovan Ralph Martin Sr. of the Daily Scrum News will be talking about Chinese electric vehicles are coming to Canada. A cheaper alternative to overpriced Teslas?
All right. Yes. We are back on the morning vibe. And yes, coming up on this Monday show, Donovan Ralph Martin, Sr. of the Daily Scrum News, will be talking about Chinese electric vehicles are coming to Canada, a cheaper alternative to overpriced Teslas. And I know what?
I'm buying one.
There you see? You see, and the President of the United States is not pleased that Prime Minister Carney of Canada signed this deal to like allow for like almost 50,000 Chinese BYD. Does anyone know what BYD stands for? The Chinese company?
Oh, jeez.
No idea.
I can't remember, but I saw it recently. I read it.
Yeah,
Something
build your dream.
Yes, build your dream.
Why, is there a customized element to it, or is
I don't know about beyond that, but yeah. So it's and even the premier of this province, Ontario, Mr. Ford, calls them spy cars. Right, and I'm going, well, Mr. Ford, all the electronic car companies, they take what?
I was just about to say that all these
they take your data anyways,
and Tesla's the worst one.
And phones and TVs and the laptop that we're using. I mean,
they take your data anyways.
Come on, man.
Yep. Okay, well, Fitness IQ Cam is in the house saying two blinking coals. and she says, wait, did you mention the Black History idea?
What is that?
Remember? And More Jobs is in the house. What is up? More Jobs says build your dream. Yes, that is what BYD stands for. So let's do some housekeeping. Subscribe to the Dr. Vibe Show and hit the notification on YouTube. Subscribe and hit the notification button. Also follow on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and Substack. I'm actually thinking I'm coming off of TikTok because of it's now, well, a lot of people coming off of TikTok because it's now been bought by TikTok US is bought by consortium. One of the people being Larry Ellison, and a lot of the people who have funded the purchase are very close to a certain president, and people are going, I don't know if I want. And I've actually heard that TikTok now, I've just seen some posts or some reports saying that they'll no longer allow TikTok to people to post the word Epstein on TikTok.
That's wow, your stuff will get taken down.
So this is what I'm hearing. Also join our Discord group on the Morning Vibe. Email me at dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com or click on the link that you see there. Also, if you want to advertise your business product or service on any of the platforms I'm on, please feel free to email me dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com. And then Indie Soup TV, run by our friend Dr. Tachi. I know it's warmer in Fort Lauderdale where she is than it is here. Independent content creators platform. About 25 independent content creators, myself being one of them. I'm also sitting on the advisory board. And check it out. Over 28,000 subscribers in about 2.5 years, which makes her site in the top 4% when it comes to subscribers on YouTube. So as I mentioned, we are here today on Freestyle Friday. It's your job today to shape the conversation, bring questions, hot takes, and suggestions. No topic is off limits. Gentlemen, is there anything you guys want to start with, or I can start?
You can start.
Yeah, well, as I was saying with Raj and I, we chat a lot during the week, and we had a conversation recently with he was talking about restaurant week, how many restaurants are gone out of business just in the last year. And then I'm also thinking, I'm noticing a lot of Black businesses going out of business.
Gotcha.
So Roger, Ryan, people who are watching live, what are your thoughts? What is the state of Black business from your lens?
One thing, when I remember going to talk to restaurants about Restaurant Week, like when ACBN was sponsoring, and it was, you could never find the owner. Either the owner was too busy in the back cooking that they couldn't even take a break to come and have a conversation, or they're not in the restaurant at all. And so when you think of taking time to do marketing, they're just too deep in it to even take a breath and do strategy. And even when, I mean, Restaurant Week allows you to get marketing for free and
Free.
really just have to create your menu, which you're going to do anyway. And then you get more publicity. They couldn't even find the time to have that conversation. And not all of them, I mean, maybe 50%, but that's a lot of restaurants that aren't focusing a lot of their time on market. They're just only relying on foot traffic. And that you can't, man, look at the day like today, most people are going to be hibernating. How are you still being top of mind when they're scrolling through their social media feeds? There's nothing there.
Yeah. Well, you raise a good point. I mean, I guess I have the benefit of, because I've been doing restaurant week, I have the direct relationship with
Yeah.
the owners, because this is the sixth year of doing Bible Restaurant Week. 6 years, 6 years of doing it, and it's a system now. It's a very entrenched system. They've come to expect it and all of that, and people have already started signing up. Right, so
Yes.
we started earlier because we want to make sure that restaurants are. So to Ryan's point, if you as a I mean ACBN is a black community association helping black businesses to succeed, and they approach us and say, hey, we are co-opting this, we're sponsoring this thing, we're going to put dollars behind this thing to promote your business in addition to destination marketing organizations and other black and black media and blah blah blah, and you'll have a publicity chance to, and the person says no, you have to wonder.
Mm.
You have to wonder. So, a lot of the same companies that said no, I've actually seen some of them close down. Right?
Ah,
But
yeah.
regretfully, some of them that said yes
Mm.
still closed down, different situations. And I want to talk about,
Right.
there's five of them that I want to talk about, right, that have closed
Mm.
down. When I say the five, you may not know one or two of them, but there's one common thread with the five, okay?
Okay.
La's Authentic Cuisine in Markham.
They ended up closing.
Yeah, her business partner died. Her partner and business partner
Oh, right. Yes.
died. And then so she's still doing catering, and
Okay.
that's why I met her during COVID. We were ordering food from her. She would do food delivery
Right.
to us, so we could buy like on block food at a time, and her food is amazing. So
Uh, Before we go to the next ones, I'm curious your thoughts on what they could have done better because the place was beautiful. They had two
yeah,
floors. You could do events upstairs. What was missing? The food was amazing. I'm
I think
curious.
they were doing okay
Yeah.
in terms of getting events there, and I sent a lot of business there, so
Yeah.
there
We've
was a
always.
wedding that happened there, wedding reception that I sent there. There was a birthday party with 60 people, so the different things went there, and they had like weekly events, but it just still, it's hard because Jerry, the guy who died, lovely man, he was the like was doing the marketing. And Laz, if Laz is listening or anybody, I think that he was very instrumental in getting the promotion because Laz is in the kitchen. She's the genius. Yeah,
Right. Yes. Yes.
brilliant. But he was the guy outside doing the promotion. So I think that's kind of, and then just grief, right? I think grief too.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I haven't
Yeah.
had a chance to talk to her. I was supposed to talk to her yesterday, but I know that grief. We've all been through grief. So when you experience grief like that, it really changes your perspective, right? So that's the last. Okay, but then Scott Hill. So again,
Oh, what?
yeah, Keith had a
Yeah.
health thing. I'm not gonna get into the details
Oh
of it.
no.
And then it just it he closed down.
Mm.
I think he's happy that he doesn't have that stress anymore of that particular location. He's,
Oh man.
he's looking at opening. He said that he signed a deal to run a pizza shop up in Claremont. This is north of
Okay.
Pickering, and
Yeah.
hoping to reincorporate Scott Hill back into that location. Right. So
Gotcha.
that's that.
Gotcha.
The other restaurant was East Coast Conch out
Okay.
in Bedford. Right.
Okay.
It was one of my top five restaurants across Canada. Black Lake.
Wow.
Fantastic food, Bohemian, right?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Bohemian cuisine. When I mean service, food, space, beautiful space. Had a problem with the landlord. Landlord shut him out, and I think he's still looking. I think he may have found a new location to reopen. but
Gotcha.
yet. Then the other one is Calabash. Again, one of my top five.
Okay.
Uh,
Yes, you mentioned them on
Vancouver,
the show. Yeah.
Vancouver-based restaurant, right downtown, right off West Hastings Street in downtown Vancouver. Very good Caribbean food, nice space. They did a lot of events there in the basement. And yeah, so they close. I'm not sure. I've spoken to Colin, is his name. I haven't spoken to the chef yet, the owner, to find out what the real reason was. But I would only imagine it's a drop off in business, right?
Yeah.
And then, well, it's actually six because there's Vegan Delights, who we know,
Right.
right?
Yes.
And just from again from a promotional perspective, just couldn't generate the revenue, I think,
Mm-hmm.
to continue going. But then there's also Real Jerk and College.
Right.
They
Right.
also closed down again, right?
Oh, they had reopened or
No, they're closed.
oh, they're closed. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. So what's the commonality with the six of them? And I could include a seventh one because Harlem opened and closed
Ah.
in 2025. They open in,
Before we go any further, got some other fitness IQ. Cam says the Big Jerk spot in Pickering temporarily closed down.
ouch.
Their seafood soup is so nice.
Hmm.
Uh, but getting back to what
Yeah.
Roger, is it the M word?
No, it's not. The
Oh, okay. 'Cause I know the first
commonality,
two.
the common thing with
Hmm.
the six, seven of them are that they were dine-in restaurants.
Okay.
Mm,
So
Yeah.
what I'm seeing is that the takeout restaurants
are the ones that are
still doing well and are
Gotcha.
still able to survive because their overheads are lower, right? They tend to have a smaller footprint, right, in terms of what they're leasing, and then they don't need the staff to go and take somebody's order. So that's my observation of those. They're all of them
Hmm.
were owner managed and operated, where the owners were the chefs,
Gotcha.
except
Yeah.
except for East Coast Cup. So East Coast
Okay.
Cup actually hired a chef, and then they dealt with the market. But a lot of different situations, right?
Yeah.
Problems with landlord, death, sickness, this, that, different things. But at the end of the day, seven black-owned restaurants closed.
Is
Nine,
Bukan still around?
sorry, Bukan closed as well.
Oh wow. And that was close to
Sugarcane,
sugarcane. Yeah, but sugarcane's around, right? There's
still going strong. Another,
okay.
another one of my favorite restaurants, Sugarcane.
Yeah.
Love it. Love the service, love the food.
yeah, yeah. Well, more jobs says, to be honest, I think restaurants could invest more into their marketing, especially if they don't have a household name amongst the competition. I know who more jobs is, and they also say, how? Hold on, you just said Scott Hill is closed,
Yep.
Ooh.
and the M word is marketing. That's the M word. But yeah,
Yeah.
Scott Hill is closed.
Yeah.
Man,
So I
taking
mean,
away one of my top three oxtail locations, man. That's brutal. I'm
yeah,
just
I
thinking
think
about Star
all
Apples
of
is
them,
okay.
all of them had very good food. So the
Yeah.
food wasn't a problem, and all of them had good service. So the
Yes.
service wasn't the problem,
Right.
right? So there was another problem. So as I said, there's death, illness. I totally understand. We're human beings, but marketing is another thing. I think Laz was doing some great marketing. I
Yeah,
think,
I do too. I see with the posts, and you see them do Instagram things or the
yeah,
music and all that. Yeah, from my lens again, Roger's closer to the situation than I am, but I think again losing the partner Jerry, because I had met him and Jerry was very focused,
yeah, man.
very,
He was
and,
he was
you know,
a person, a personality.
yeah, great guy,
Yeah,
great
great
guy.
guy, great guy. Straight shooter. He just talk straight.
Yeah,
You know?
he didn't play, so he was a good balance for Laz, who has all this. They were a good working balance.
I
Each
love
one
that.
of them had their strengths, and they brought it together. And the location they had was so good,
Superb.
Yeah.
right? Main
Main
Street
Street.
in Markham was so good.
Yeah, man. So
It was,
Carmelot, uh,
yeah, it was so beautiful.
outside terrace. We go up there for brunch sometime.
Yeah,
But yeah, sad man. It saddens me. It saddens me. Every time I hear this, it saddens me because every spot, like Last we did a restaurant week kickoff there. Scottsdale we did a restaurant week kickoff there. East Coast Conk was one of our People's Choice Award winners, right?
Gotcha.
Calabash we did a restaurant week launch in Vancouver.
Yes, in
That was
Vancouver. Yeah, yeah,
in partnership with the BBABC.
Yeah.
Vegan Delights, we've done so many meetings and collaborations there. Like
yes,
Brian, Dr. by
yep,
myself, Fitness IQ, we would go there during restaurant week. It was the
yep,
spot. It was one of those locations that you do. And
100%.
even Real Jerk, they had the support of Destination Toronto. And I remember going to meetings at the Real Jerk, meeting with writers from all over the world, people from the UK, from Australia, from the
Oh wow.
yeah. When restaurant week, I see a lot of times I don't talk about all of this stuff.
Yeah.
It there's so much
The,
publicity that we
yeah,
get
you,
from it,
yeah.
right? For the restaurant. So I focus more on putting the restaurant front and center. So once I meet with the media house, I immediately recommend who I think would work best with that particular deal,
Gotcha.
right? So like right now we're already talking to Food Network about
Nice.
coverage. Suggested some things to them, which ties in with the focusing on takeout spots. So,
Okay.
and what takeout spot would be a good franchise model?
There you
Like
go.
what, based on how they exist today, are they franchisable?
Hmm.
So
I
the
want to
Godfather, Ray is in the
Well
house saying, "Good morning." Could it also be the prevalence of the quote "buy and flash" unquote approach within the Caribbean community?
what is buy and flash?
yeah.
You got to bring them on.
At buying food at retail, like and not getting wholesale prices.
Well, I'm
I
sure the God,
said before.
Ray, I'm sure Ray will explain himself on that one. The buy and flash.
Yeah.
Well, some good news. I'm not sure if you all saw. I'm sure Roger, you saw it. Superlicious opening another location in
Yes.
Little Jamaica. That got some great press. I'm proud
There
of.
you go.
Yeah, it looks like because I know they have one close to Scarborough. Is it in Scarborough? Like on
There's one at Scarborough at
Yeah.
the corner, northwest corner of Bellamy and Eglinton.
right? And then there, I mean, I remember them from Brampton. They have a spot there, but that
There,
was the first one,
There's another one up in beside the JN, I think. Isn't that Superlicious?
uh,
Yeah, money transfer up in
there.
Scarborough.
isn't JN on Eglinton, Little Jamaica?
No, they have another location.
Oh,
Morningside? Is it? I can't remember. To be honest with
gotcha.
you.
No, there and is it Jada Man? Is involved? Is he involved in the franchise in Little Jamaica? Did I see something
Oh, I don't
to
know.
that extent? But I did see, yeah, that they're opening up in Little Jamaica. Okay, so the Godfather says, "Come on, Roger." LOL. More inclined to buying takeout as opposed to dining in. That's the
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes. That is correct.
And I guess them trying to force the dine-in concept maybe a bit too long. But again, each of the, I mean, only Vegan Delights more was kind of a hybrid,
Yeah.
but Scott Hills and Laz, those are pure, like location couldn't be converted to just takeout. Like it's a full spot that they had. But
Yes.
then, yeah, downsizing it maybe, I don't know, to something. But Laz, I couldn't see Laz as a
Her thing
takeout,
is
right? Yeah,
high end.
that was like
High
a
end
high
food. Yeah.
skill. Yeah.
Yeah,
Those,
it's interesting, but again, I do work with all the different types of restaurants. So, like a restaurant like Honey Soul Food, again, one of my favorites. Jesus, I tell her all the while if she was in Durham,
oh gosh.
I would have problems.
right.
You know, I would have problems. That's
Yeah,
one of the problems. Her and Sugarcane. I don't want them near Durham.
yeah.
I don't want them near Durham at all. Stay out of
Well,
Durham.
That's
Dr. Tachi's in the house says, "Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you,
Morning,
Dr.
Dr.
Tachi's
Tachi.
also." Well, yeah, there's something, I guess, generally when it comes to retail, and Roger, you probably expound on revenue per square foot.
Yes.
okay.
And
Right.
as Roger was saying, that when you have a dine in, each square foot, you got to make money on. So again, with the takeout aspect, it
It's
increases
easier.
the opportunity to make that a high profit margin. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I know takeout locations that make 3 times the amount of the dining.
Right, right.
Let's let that simmer for a second. 3 times revenue per month.
Mm,
That's insane
right.
amount of revenue. But the model is, buy and flash, as Ray said. So the person, you just give them that box and they're out the door, and it's on to
Exactly.
the next one, right? And the food is most times already prepared, so they have a X amount of food. If stewed chicken runs out, there's barbecue chicken, so the person will come in and buy something else
Right.
versus coming in and having to sit down and wait for the meal to be cooked fresh. Some people don't want that. The time, it's a time thing. Buy and flash.
I'm curious your
Like if,
thoughts on like how Sunrise is doing now. So I haven't
Mm.
heard much about them trying to, I would say, come back from PR issues. It's like a lot
I,
of some of the restaurants were having yeah, front facing issues, but they still are the biggest franchise
100%.
restaurant in the
I said Scotty Bonds coming for them though. Scotty Bonds is coming for them. Um,
Scotty Bonds. Okay,
yeah. So Sunrise is. I saw a very funny TikTok where the woman, there's a woman. I wish I could find it. If you could play it, if I could find it, I'll show you. I'd let you play it. And everything, the plantain, the she had the plantain. She can't.
oh, and she was trying to tell him how to say plantain, and she was like,
No, no, no,
that,
no.
that one? Oh,
The stuff was just tough. Like you
oh,
break
oh,
it and showing, and she was trying to chew. The oxtail was like, and she opened the oxtail and showed it was like chewing gum.
oh no.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I mean, my daughter loves the barbecue chicken at Sunrise.
I
So
like their barbecue chicken too. That's the only
we
thing
go
I
out
was
there, we
looking
try
for.
it. And sometimes when we go to our place there, Dr. Vibe Max, I would stop at the Sunrise at Jane and Shepherd,
Gotcha, gotcha,
and buy the ackee and sawfish, and it's decent. So I mean,
gotcha.
I don't know, as I said, you can't cost it. It's not terrible, terrible, terrible. Some of it is not good, but I've had good things too.
all
And
right,
they went
more
that like McDonald's route, right? Where it's
Correct.
fast food, and then the burger is obviously not the best, but they can do volume.
I had that same conversation yesterday, and I was saying to the person, "Why
Yeah,
is it that people still go to McDonald's?" And I mean, I don't like it personally, but a lot of people buy it.
exactly.
Second largest franchise in the world, I heard.
Yeah.
Into Subway.
okay. So Ray says, I have observed that most Caribbean folks aren't inclined to dine in at Caribbean restaurants. There has to be some other draw, perhaps live music or sports bar atmosphere.
Some
More Job says, I feel that Caribbean takeout food model would work more gracefully, aka be better for a business's bottom line. Also says, switching gears a bit, do you think having fewer food options on a food menu is better than a business bottom line, less being more? Before Roger answers that, one of the few things I do watch on TV are food shows, especially food reality shows, aka Gordon Ramsay, like
Yeah,
Kitchen Nightmares and all that thing. And almost 90% of the time, he will, one of the first things he'll say is wrong with the restaurant is like he'll go into restaurants and have 120 items on their menu.
yeah,
And what he'll do is he'll order 15, and it freaks out the cooking area,
yes.
the kitchen. But yeah, I would always say less is more.
yeah,
Roger and Ryan, you can go in from there.
the
Well,
pure food. Yeah, go ahead, Ryan. Yeah,
well, I was just gonna say the only restaurant that I've seen that survives with large menu items is Cheesecake Factory and Turtle Jacks. Their menus are mega thick,
it's a
but
book. That's
yeah,
a female.
it's wild. I'm like, how could they have so many options? But yeah, I mean, there's usually not. I wouldn't say like when I go to a Jamaican restaurant, the menu isn't huge. It's not, but yet still they always run out of stuff. I'm more like the inventory management. I find I'm seeing some where they're saying like, hey, okay, oxtails only available on Friday and Saturday, and then I'll go on Friday at 12 o'clock, and it's already done. I'm like how could you only have it one day and be already out of it? So yeah,
Demand.
inventory management is what I'm noticing. Not
There's
so
a
much menu size.
there's a restaurant in Halifax called R&B Kitchen, I think, and they
Oh,
used to do one menu item a day. So like
ah,
they would say Thursdays curry goat, Fridays oxtail, Saturdays fried fish, and guaranteed it would sell out every time.
right.
So that model works, but I find that the model is the Kentucky model where they don't sell chicken, right? So chicken
Mm.
sandwich, chicken burger, just chicken with fries, and just chicken, right? So that's an easy, very very easy model. But yeah, the managing the big menu, I've said it to many other restaurant owners as well that this is just too much. It's too much.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Too much options, and it's hard to make it in a timely manner. So then you have the negative feedback of the person waiting long for the food. And I understand their process. Come and give you water, take the appetizer menu, bring that, take you know what I mean? There's a process. It's intended for you to drink more.
Well, this is the thing too. So Colin Williams says when one Caribbean gets a bad review, we all suffer.
Is that Colin from GC Jerk?
I'm thinking it is, but hopefully it is. Maybe it is. Fitness IQ Camp says, yuck, Mickey D's.
Wow.
Here's the question. When was the last time any of you were at a McDonald's?
I'll go. My son likes the Sundays there, so every so often we'll go get a Sunday. But yeah, for
that's the
food,
only thing I'll eat there. The Sundays, and that's it.
The only
That's
thing
it.
I do
Nothing
there is
else.
coffee. That's it.
What?
Gotcha.
Coffee's $1.
Sundays, and once in a while I have a real bad craving their hot apple pie. That's it.
Gotcha.
$1 coffee.
Yeah, but
question. So there's two spots that I know. There's more than two. There's probably about three spots downtown, four spots where it's high traffic, and yes, there's either a DJ or a live music on it, and that's well not black owned, but Chubby's is so people flock there. I mean, it's not 100% black owned, 20%
Oh,
I believe.
yeah.
And then, of course, Miss Little Morris, that's a hot spot. So people are willing to spend more money for an experience. You
Right.
know, Dr. Vibe, you went there and
yeah, I shocked you.
yeah.
I shocked you. Yes,
And he told me he was going there. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that is downtown. That is what.
you know. So Fitness IQ says, no, sir, more jobs. I need options. And it goes at least able to cater to ITAL folks as well.
Yeah.
And Colin says it's using the same meat to make different items.
Correct.
Oh, gotcha.
That's the strategy, man. But the model I like now is the Barbarita model, where you can get a bowl, a wrap, or a burrito, right? So really, what Grills has done,
Yes.
I have to say, Chef T, you did an amazing job. Where if you're ever listening to this on the replay, he has taken Nigerian street food and basically barbarita the concept.
Okay.
Right? So and it tasted so good, and the service again, the cleanliness of the place. Like my son went to the bathroom and was like, Dad, the bathroom is so nice. Right? And the whole restaurant, the decor, everything, that's a franchisable business.
Right.
That's like Scotty Bonds. Scotty Bonds, they sell wraps and sandwiches and stuff, and just put some sauce on it. Bam, done. Same thing like Tommy's Jerk in
Vancouver.
Surrey. He's in Surrey. Yeah, it's that concept that fast food, but in a what you'd call a North American style. So it's more palatable. It's not rice and peas and chicken. It's jerk chicken wrap, jerk chicken sandwich, jerk chicken bowl. So you're getting the vegetables and the rice and everything.
So Fitness IQ Camp says 20 odd years ago, I don't know what that comment is, but I put it up. Hopefully you'll tell us. She goes, I won't even have a beverage from them. Oh, you're talking about McDonald's. McDonald's. So you haven't been to McDonald's in 20 years and you won't even have a beverage from them. Ray says the combo ate the fish sandwich addictive.
Oh, okay. I was big on the junior chicken is what I used to always get. It was for some reason better than the McChicken. I liked it how they did it. But yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
And that used to be a daily spot when I used to do courier delivery and be driving around town. McDonald's, I stopped there like 2 to 3 times a day.
Oh my gosh, a day.
It was bad. And Subway, I used to go to Subway every day for
You
lunch.
know, I used to be a Subway fan in the past,
Me
but
too.
but once the prices going, what?
It started
Right.
getting ridiculous.
$6.99 for something that's now $11.99.
Yeah, I'm going, really?
And
I
they used to
learned
have
how
like a special of the day. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I
Like,
learned how to make that tuna salad.
so Dr. Tachi says McDonald's is an abomination.
Oh my god.
And Fitness IQ says,
Yeah.
right, Dr. Tachi. Dr. Tachi is a way of just putting it down with words. Like, my goodness. Then let me sort of transfer. Is what's going on when it comes to the Black food industry, is it a reflection of what's going on with Black business? Do you see it all?
I think it's a food business itself is in a crisis. Where, as one restaurateur was explaining to me yesterday, is that the cost of the food is so high. It's like some items are 3 times the price. And then you have that lease that, the landlord wants an exorbitant amount of money for the lease. So when you put that on with the salary, with what the restaurateur wants to earn as his own salary or as his shareholder withdrawals, whatever, right? Then you end up with a price that's very high for an oxtail, right? So you're saying I could go to Potluck and get an oxtail for $15, $17, or I could go to what's it called, Scottill, when they were open, and pay $30. So yeah, the Scottill one, as Ryan testifies, it was amazing, but also is the Potluck one. I hear. I don't eat oxtail. So so it's that. But then you have the dining experience. You're sitting down, getting served. You're gonna get a soup first at Scottill, blah blah blah. Nice ambiance, reggae music playing. You're not getting all of that with the $15 one. But coming back to Ray, buy a flash.
You're right. Just play your own reggae music in your car.
Yeah. Or sit on the car like Wayne the reviewer, and just sit and eat there and just
Yes.
Well, okay, so call it. Okay, hold on. So Fitness IQ can't sit to Dr. Tachi. Please bring some warmth here. Yes, Dr. Tachi. Push it up. Push it up. Colin says last year 1,700 restaurants closed and projected 1,600 to close this year in Canada.
Yeah.
Damn. I wonder how that compares to, I guess, traditional years, like how much it's increased. Because
I'm going to get a number. I'm going to get that number from Restaurants Association of Canada and let you know. But what I do know is that there's a restaurant nearby me. And when we moved here, it was a breakfast spot. Then it changed to another breakfast spot. Then it changed to African restaurant.
Okay.
Then to a Middle Eastern restaurant.
Oh
then
my goodness.
Not a Middle Eastern restaurant. Then another Middle Eastern restaurant. And then recently we've seen a different name again. So that's 7 different
in the same location.
13 years.
Wow.
And then another one out in, remember when I did that party in 2019, birthday party at Shadow Eagle? Remember that?
Yes.
That was another encyclopedia. They cook every cuisine.
Yes.
Right? So Shadow Eagle, they went out of business. Then another one came there. And then another one came there. And then another one came there. Now it's a Vietnamese restaurant.
Gosh.
Oh my goodness.
So since 2019, it's changed 3 times.
So, okay. So, and this is beautiful because we got the family contributing with comments today, seeing that the takeout food model, quote, might be a better, unquote, business model. Would it be cheaper to start a takeout restaurant?
Definitely.
Would 100,000 K suffice to start? I don't know. Roger would be a better person to answer
I
that.
don't think you need 100K to start. I think you can start if the cheapest thing is really a food truck. So you can get a food truck for 32, 30. I see some selling for 15, but 30, 40,000 would be the thing. And then really whatever you need to pay for your branding menu, and then start. Right?
It's actually interesting, and I can't remember, but I remember in my travels over the last few years, I met a Black gentleman who builds food trucks.
Yeah.
Nice.
Remember him?
Yes.
On Dragon's Den, wasn't it? The same guy?
Where?
They came on Dragon's Den. They build food trucks for people. As
Where did I meet this gentleman?
I can't remember. I
I
think
can't.
he built
Maybe I saw it on Dragon's Den. Maybe then.
Red Snapper. Remember Red Snapper in Ajax? He
Yes.
built the Red Snapper's truck for him. I can't remember his name.
oh, okay, gotcha.
They
Okay.
went out of business. They
And
stopped.
Colin Williams is in the audience. He should know because I'm curious. I thought they were gonna start franchising GC Jerk Express. So how much it would cost to get one of those locations? And they have a food. I think they have a couple food trucks.
Yeah, I think that one in Halton region at the mall.
Right. Yeah, Milton area or just before Milton on
There's a
Steeles.
couple food trucks. There's a food truck up in Milton.
But it's
And
weird. That place is called the Toronto Outlet Mall. It's like in
it's
Halton.
this?
Yeah, where their food truck is. It's called the Toronto Outlet Mall.
And it's not in Toronto. Eh?
Right.
All right. So
Picturing highs in Ajax.
Ray says you have just validated the buy and flash mindset, Roger. Why pay 31? I can eat the same thing for 15. Dr. Touch is sending us some sun. Thank you. We'll put it on your tab. C Nurse K says, good morning. For me, it's the consistency most times. I have to think, let me go out only on a Saturday at about 5 p.m. to make sure it's fresh. Different chefs season differently. And she goes, and also says, I've been burned so many times with stale food that was pricey.
Gotcha.
And Colin says, food costs have gone up 10% and labor costs 6%. Over what period of time? I'd be very interested to know what that is. And Colin says, Food Truck Canada. All right. And Ray says, where I live, the food truck seems to be the best restaurant model. Is that a model, Roger, that could work in Canadian cities?
Canada has too much rules around where you can park.
Gotcha. You can't just kind of drive around and park anywhere.
No,
like
you have
US, they do those like on their Twitter. They're like, "Oh, I'm gonna be here," and then people find them. But
there's a guy in Halifax, Jam Down's food truck, and he said he just got tired of the winter. Just it's cold, right? So it's different. He's raised in Jacksonville, right? So it's hot all the time. So running a food truck, you're always in a nice weather situation. Whereas, just think Halifax, they have brutal winters. So and he was doing it downtown for years, and he said, Roger, I just can't do it anymore.
It's interesting for people who are interested about the food truck end of it. The Food Network every season has a show called The Great Food Truck Race.
Yeah, I like that show.
By a gentleman named Tyler Florence. I would recommend if you even have the lightest interest about food trucks, watch the series. A really good series. Really good because, again, he breaks down, like, he gives them things to make, and he rates it not only food, but also the price and the value.
The profitable.
The profitability. Really, again, I don't watch a lot on TV, but that's one of the series I watch. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever become a foodie, but the thought process and the business end of it.
Right.
Is really, really, really good. More job says to Colin Williams. Thanks for that stat. Oh, Colin Williams says we build 2 trucks with them. So it is Colin. All right. All right. And so the company you mentioned,
Food Truck Canada. Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
And he also said, yes, Toronto Premium Outlet Mall.
Yeah, that's where his.
It's not in Toronto.
Is.
It's not in Toronto.
Yes.
It's not in Toronto. Yeah, I just, both of you interact with a lot of Black businesses. What's the landscape out there? Is it as cold and dreary as the weather we have outside right now?
Well, one thing I'm noticing is a lot of people started their business based on expertise they had at a company, and they're like, "Oh, I'm going to branch off and start my own thing." A lot of them are realizing that it's okay to still have a job like at corporate and work on your business on the side. I think that realization, a lot of entrepreneurs that I've talked to, where it's like, I do well working with somebody else, and I can still do my thing kind of on the side instead of just full be on their own. That I've had a few conversations around that. It's like, yeah, I need stability, but I can still do my own thing every so often. I'm curious. I'm not sure if anybody's gonna mention that to you, Roger.
Yeah, they call that the side hustle mentality. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Because a lot of times they hate their boss, and then they were like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go do my own thing," and they're like, "Yo, this is actually hard."
Question is how many people like their boss, but that's a whole other conversation, right?
yeah, it's a whole lot of conversation. But
So,
what I'm thinking of is what I'm seeing is a lack of succession planning happening,
mhm.
Hey,
and
yes.
legacy businesses are closing now. So
Mm.
Share News closed down. To me, I mean, I would have done anything, and I tried to help to
Right.
help it close. I offered to help for a fee, of course,
Hmm.
but it's gone. And to me, that was like the iconic Caribbean newspaper for Canada. Um, Again, Arnold, I'm sure he's in his 80s now. So I mean, come on. I mean, you're not Summer Redstone. Is that the name of the guy that used to run the big American? He went into his 90s running a media empire. Not everybody can be like that, right?
Right.
So so there's that. I saw Share News, and then just this week I heard that not Black but Ming Pao, which is the top Chinese media house in Canada, shuttered their doors as well.
Wow.
So that's telling me something, right? Because to me, Ming Pao was like 20 times our size. I mean, there's more
Yeah,
Chinese
big time. Big
than
time.
black people in Canada, right? So for them to close, that's telling something as well. And
Mm.
then even on the flip side of that, the newer people, because I've worked with the CABJ to do some mentoring sessions for people who are starting online platforms. And when I explain to them what I do, or this is 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, and when I explain to them all the things that I do as a publisher, separate from the editor, they were like,
Really? Oh.
wow. And then a few of them closed already. I would say
Oh.
three of them closed, and one is the resolve is still open. Yeah, but three of
Okay.
them are already closed down. So
Really?
so that's so the new to your point, they just went back to work in the 9 to 5 job. It's like even Urbanology magazine is closed now as well, and Priya works with Toronto Star now. She just got a nice job, a big raise the other day. So
Gotcha.
so I'm seeing to your point, yeah, a lot of people are exiting entrepreneurship and going back to corporate work.
Interesting.
Is anything available in the corporate world because it's getting smaller too.
No, we have a very low unemployment rate. I mean,
Uh,
Brian said we're doing well, so we have a low.
Yeah, I appreciate. See, that's why
I
I
don't know if he's
appreciate
agreeing
that
with you, right? Maybe
you
just
recognize.
all
You
right.
got a job and got a raise. What are you talking about?
But she's very good. Priya is outstanding.
But that's where,
Love
even
it.
when you go and start a business, you now have interesting skills that when you go back to working at corporate,
If there's
you're
things available,
but that's what I'm saying. You're more valuable because, especially in journalism, you actually understand what it takes to get eyeballs. So when you're going to work with Toronto Star, you're not just there in your corner waiting for things to happen.
Oh,
You
she's
can
making
bring
it
that
happen.
entrepreneurship element to it. So you're more valuable than just a regular person coming out of college or university.
so
And also go to the culture.
Ray McMillan says to Colin says, as someone who owned and operated one of the largest Caribbean restaurants at one time, I didn't know that, Ray.
Gospel.
And incorporated jazz gospel music. How does that compare to your current business model? So you can answer that, Colin. And then C Nurse
Wow.
Case says, now 9 Mile Restaurant has been the best for me so far.
And they're
Food
good.
was worth the price point. Only
Yeah,
thing it's
they're
pretty
making
far
it
from where I live. Colin says this, we are currently making 2 times more compare what we were making at the dine-in restaurant,
Look
There
at
you
that.
go. Buy and
Okay.
flash. Buy and flash, man.
right? 2 times more. So
Yeah.
that validates what Roger was saying, right? C Nurse K says, the Share magazine was epic. My parents always had a copy.
Yeah.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
More Job says, seeing a lot more venues starting as a funnel to get new customers. They are hosting business networking events.
Nine
And C-
miles on Bloor Street West. So close to Grills, actually.
Yeah, that's a long way for
You
me
have
to
to
travel.
go down for.
Going that side on Tuesday, so I may just go head a few, head a little more west and go check it
Uh,
out.
uh, and so here's a nice question. More John says, Roger, have you ever considered owning your own restaurant? I know the answer
Absolutely
to
not.
that, but I'll let him answer.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I have spoken to so many restaurant owners, more than 400 in Canada,
Yes.
right? And I've asked them about it and what they do and all of that. And we've interviewed so many of them on the challenges. And I don't have that time right
No,
now to invest like that. Like Carl would tell me, Carl Costello used to run Harlem. He would say he'd get up at 5 and go shopping at the, what's that market?
Kensington,
No, there's a market
St.
where they sell.
Lawrence.
No, it's like a food. It's a food. Colin would know. So he would
Oh,
go.
this is the Ontario Food Terminal.
Yes, correct.
Okay,
So you get up early, you go get the food, and then you come back, and then you have the staff, and you deal with everything.
it's a lot
It's
of
a
work.
lot. Like five, and remember Harlem was like a live venue too. So he would be there from 5 sometimes till 10. I mean, he was living upstairs, so that's
Oh, gotcha.
yeah, but still. And Colin can tell you. I know what Colin used to do when he was at Isaac
Hey.
Hotel and operating from there. It was madness. The
Oh,
hours. I mean,
right. Yes.
you have to have franchising is one, in my opinion. I mean,
Right.
you create that system. You create a system, and
Yeah,
you create
you have to
all the ingredients,
a framework. Have that framework.
and then you dispense that to the different locations, and then you have a centralized marketing, which makes it economical for every franchisee to participate in
Yeah.
because there's one marketing cost. So just give you it's cheaper that way. So you're marketing for 5, 10, 15, whatever. Just think about it. One
Right.
social media account for everybody.
Covers all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, covers all of them. So
Same
Ray
deal everywhere. Same deal everywhere.
says, Ray says, Colin used to own the Gospel Cafe, amazing cuisine and banquet facility in a great location.
Right
More
there.
Job says 9 Mile Restaurant is growing.
Okay.
And
Nice.
then I think Roger answered this question. He would you own a restaurant in the Caribbean
Definitely,
with a lounge combination?
definitely not.
Not feeling it. Not well, and all that work for the margins are tight, so it's not like you're gonna get a big payoff. It's
Again,
consistent.
but you know what's funny? I don't know, Ray, if you experienced this in Jacksonville, but when you go to Jamaica, the restaurants are busy. Yeah,
Okay.
man.
Yeah.
Different cuisine, like Thai, Indian, Caribbean,
Okay,
whatever Italian is busy.
you know what?
I don't know.
Whenever I go to Jamaica, this is just me. What is the busiest restaurant in Jamaica? I can only speak Montego Bay. What do you think is the busiest restaurant?
KFC, KFC.
Yep,
Everywhere. There's a line. There's a line at
exactly.
Wow. What?
every KFC. Washington Boulevard, New Kingston. It doesn't matter where you go.
Yeah.
There's always a line.
If you open up a KFC in Jamaica, you are printing money. Actually, my parents know the gentleman who owns the franchises in Jamaica.
Wow.
The one
That's
nearby us, Draxall, they have. It's just a line.
It's right from the time opening.
And they run out of. There's a line in the drive-through, and there's a line inside.
Yeah.
There's two lines all the time. I don't know what it is with that chicken down there, boy. That chicken
Can't
must have
make it
smoked
fast
weed or something.
But yeah, they print money. They print you are literally printing money if you're a KFC. Yeah. Ray
Yeah.
says in the entire Caribbean, KFC is the go-to spot.
wow.
Well, there's also in Jamaica. There's juicy beef patties,
Yes.
and now the Devonos has expanded significantly. So they do have patties as well, Devonos, but I think it's mainly at the main store in New Kingston. And then there's Island Grill in Jamaica as another takeout spot.
Yeah, more jobs as a Pierce Colin might need a show segment on the morning vibe with his extensive. I'd
You
love
know
to have
something?
him on.
Let's see if Colin is going to participate in Restaurant Week, and we'll bring him on to talk about the state of
Makes sense.
restaurants.
Yes.
Colin. Ray says more jobs. Definitely he should. Yeah, Colin, that I would be great to have you on the show. Because again, you have the lived experience, and anyone who's making 2 times more, with their model than their previous model, we need to hear from you.
Yeah, I can speak to what it was like having a dine-in spot and now shifting to the buy-in flash and food truck. Love to hear the comparison.
The buy and
Oh,
flash.
yeah, gosh, I love it.
I love that buy and flash
My
rate.
apologies, I do have to hop, but
Yes,
always
You
sir.
are,
appreciate
yeah.
it.
Well, you got to drive to your to the cold,
I have
right?
to leave soon. Yes.
All
Yes,
right.
yes,
Well,
Much
look,
yes.
you have a
appreciated.
good rest of the weekend. Be well.
Hey,
All
same.
right.
Thanks.
All right. So Mr. Dundas and I are hanging out. More
Yes,
people got some stuff going on here. Oh, Colin says, Roger, I will connect with you. By when?
yeah, he's in touch. Normally, I speak to his wife instead, but
Yes,
she's more
because he's always
responsive
so
than him.
busy.
Yeah. Well, he's in the kitchen working, and she deals with the business on the market. That's my understanding.
Yes,
He
I
wouldn't
think
have
that
a-
was the case.
But
Yes.
CP Jerk's food is really good too. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I'm
I
saddened. I'm saddened when they don't participate in restaurant week. He doesn't know that, and I'm saddened because I like to push that as an option for people to go. But people ask me all about, hey, I want somewhere some fast food, and I like to recommend and then hear the positive feedback. Come back and say, hey, yeah, I went to that place and it was good. You know. So
look at this. C Nurse K says, sounds like a black superhero buy and flash. We may have something there. We may have something there.
Hey, Ray, you got to copyright that stick.
Yeah, man. Ray,
I'm gonna
you
use it. I'm gonna use
gotta
it.
be on it. You gotta be on it, Ray.
I'm gonna use it.
Okay, so
Let me ask
we're
you.
gonna do a quick little break and we'll come right back because I want to put something up here. So give me a second here. I like the buy and flash is it today.
Yeah, man.
Buy
Ray.
and flash is it today. We're gonna be back in 15 seconds on the morning vibe. Here we go.
You are watching The Morning Vibe with Dr. Vibe and Ryan Knight, where they discuss important subjects between themselves or have conversations with people who you need to know about.
Something that we were doing over the last week or so, so I just wanted to relate to some of the stuff that we've been doing. Oh, so Fitness IQ Camp says, Roger, where's the seafood spot you mentioned?
Seafood.
I don't remember if you
No, I didn't mention a seafood spot.
I don't think so. Well,
Macaron? No, that would be Jamaica.
yeah, that would be it. Going back to what Roger had mentioned when I went to Miss Lickamore's, worth experience. It was worth it. Definitely. The service was great. The food was great. The atmosphere was great. Again, it's maybe out of some people's price point, but again, for the experience, because I think if especially you're doing the dine-in, the experience is just as important, and the customer service and all is just as important as the food.
Yeah. I love the experience there. Been there many times. Been there with Destination Toronto multiple times because we have meetings there. And the service is just exceptional. I like the family plates too. So you can, if you have a big group, then you can just order, you get a whole chicken, you know, and then
Yeah,
you cut that out and the coleslaw. What do they call that thing again? There's a
I can't. No, and also I was sitting at the table side. They ordered some stuff, and I looked. I go, "What is?" I'm
yeah,
just curious the way
yeah,
it looked.
presentation, the ambiance, the DJ playing the music.
Yes,
It's a
yes.
whole. It's a yeah. You want to impress somebody. You're going on a date. That's you go.
Nice evening out.
Yeah,
Nice. Really, really recommend it. And and I've got to, even though it's been a while since I've been, I got to compliment Lonnie, the hard work that her and the other person involved are doing.
Darren.
Yeah, and major props, and justifiably they were featured during um Top Chef when they came to Toronto, justifiably. And I know it's not an easy life. I'm sure if we had her on there, I'm sure she could share some stories.
We did. Remember, we did interview her.
Long time ago, she was with a group of other restaurateurs during one of the Buy Blacks
Yeah, 2024.
weeks. Let me ask, you are ready to buy one of these Chinese EVs, are you?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Yeah, I am. I am absolutely. I drove a Tesla. We rented one in Halifax. Was it last year? I think it was last year. And the only drawback, the car is amazing. The driving the car is amazing and everything. It's very intuitive. Lots of features and everything. And the only thing in Halifax at the time, a lot of the charging stations weren't working. So that's something that was a little concerning. And the Tesla charging station works obviously best, right? So, and that one was near to the airport. So I think we were there for about 3 days, and it was we got it at 90, and it went down to 53% the battery. So, I mean, I wasn't really concerned. If it had gone down to like 20, then I'd have gotten really, really, really concerned. But the car drives beautiful, I have to say. So if BYD, I hear, is as good as a Tesla, then why would I spend that money to buy the Tesla? And there's other options too. I mean, Volkswagen and all different brands of
Yeah. I was
BMW,
I
all
was watching an interview last night of the gentleman who runs head of a company called, is it Rivan? Rivan?
Rivian. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And like they had the first Cybertruck before Tesla did.
Wow, I did not know that.
And
I've
but
seen it though. I've seen it.
yeah, and they are now releasing it's at a $45,000 model US to compete a little bit with the Tesla model. But the funny thing is they haven't made money yet.
Who, Tesla or Rivian?
Rivan have not made money yet.
Yeah, Tesla is like there's so many. I like the strategy that you used at first, that you had to put on a deposit. I don't know if you remember. You had to put on a deposit to secure the car. There's a scarcity
The
model.
dopamine effect.
Yeah, like
But he announced the other day they're stopped producing two models now.
Yeah, which one?
I don't well in their plant they're stopping producing two models and they're just going everything robots. They're gonna use the space for robots, but two of the Tesla models are no longer going to be in production.
Wow, wow.
Right.
Let me ask you,
So
speaking of Tesla, I know you said earlier that TikTok, people are coming off of TikTok, but what about X?
whoa, big news. Big news. You want to hear?
Yes, sir. Well, the listeners want to hear.
Okay. Ex-CNN anchor Don Lemon arrested on charges connected to Minnesota church protests.
Oh, boy.
Lemon's lawyer said he was taken into custody after attending a protest in which demonstrators disrupted a church service earlier in January. Don Lemon, the former CNN anchor, was arrested late on Thursday on charges he violated a federal law during a protest at a church in Minnesota earlier this month. Abby Lowell, a lawyer for Lemon, said that Lemon was, quote, taken into custody by federal agents last night in Los Angeles, where he was covering the Grammy Awards. Quote, Don has been a journalist for 30 years and his constitutionally protected work in Minneapolis was no different than what he always has done, unquote, Lowell said. Quote, the First Amendment exists to protect journalists whose role it is to shine light on the truth and hold those in power accountable. Wow. The U.S. Attorney General, Pam Bondi, confirmed Lemon's arrest in a post on X. More details soon, unquote. It is understood that Lemon remains in custody as of Friday. The Guardian has contacted the Department of Justice for comment and is not yet clear what charges Lemon is facing. Lemon is expected to make a court appearance on Friday. His arrest has sparked outrage from former colleagues, First Amendment advocates, and members of Congress. Quote, this is outrageous and cannot stand. The First Amendment is under attack in America, unquote, Lemon's former CNN colleague, Jim Acosta, wrote on a post in X. Wow.
Asking you a question about X. How do you feel? Are you staying on X?
No.
So, yeah, I've seen a lot of people. Well, we have seen our followers on X drop ever since Elon Musk took it over. Well, ever since it became X.
Yeah.
So when it was Twitter, we had more followers, and then slowly we've seen it fall off in the amount of followers. We need to figure out a strategy to migrate over to a Blue Sky and just get rid of it.
Yeah, I would say Blue Sky, and you may also want to take a look at Substack.
What about Truth Social? No, no comment. He-
The more I know, the less I understand. All right, I just know I don't. Also, so the president has criticized Lemon, calling him, quote, loser, lightweight, unquote. Quote, I saw him the way he walked into that church. It was terrible, unquote. 47 said during a White House press briefing, quote, I have such respect for that pastor. He was so calm. He was so nice. He was just accosted. Why did they do that? What they did in that church was horrible. Oh my gosh. So this is going to get crazy. But you know what? This is another, but again, this is another thing to divert from one thing. What is it a diversion from?
Starts with an E, ends with an N.
There you go. And it's been 30 days since that report is supposed to have been released and counting.
Yeah, it's not coming. The powers that be. I mean, there's no way. I don't think there's any way that the full truth is going to be known about that.
Oh, and there's other diversions coming too, because now here's a pop quiz for everybody. In a certain area of the world, there is an armada of U.S. ships ready to fire on a country. Does anyone know what country that is? In fact, 47 said a few weeks ago, don't worry, we will protect you.
Everybody's gone quiet. There's no comments in the chat.
Well, Fitness IQ Camp's not 47 calling someone a loser. And she says, dem files. Dr. Tachi, not a bad guess, Cuba.
Nope.
It's not Cuba.
It's not Cuba.
It was a few. It was in the news a few weeks ago. There's a lot of unrest going on in this country, and then it went suddenly quiet.
It's Persia.
Nope.
It is. It's Iran, no?
Dr. Tachi is right. So because you got to realize this, from where I sit, this administration always has something else to divert.
Isn't Iran Persia?
I'm not sure of that one.
Yeah, I believe so.
But yeah, 47 always has something. And here's another thing. I was watching some commentators saying, the real person that's running the White House? Stephen Miller.
Doesn't he remind you of Smithers from Simpsons?
All right. And Dr. Tachi verifies Persia is Iran. So that has been validated. But yeah, so Don Lemon arrested. Wow. And see, again, away from Epstein files. Away from, people have forgotten about those things. So it almost seems that they go into Chat GPT and say, hey, what can we do next? Wow, that is huge big. That is, and also diversion from Minnesota. Huge big, man. So if anyone has some extra time, hey, slide into Don Lemon's YouTube channel or his Instagram. I'm sure it's going to be hot. Well, actually, he does something every 10 o'clock every morning. So that'll be, wow. This is going to go crazy. This is going to go crazy. They are not playing Don Lemon. You are going for the juggernaut. Wow.
But, I mean, the interesting thing is the two people that have been killed by the ICE federal agents.
Yeah.
And we being black people, it's interesting that they're shooting white citizens, and nothing is happening still. More things happen at the peak when Black Lives Matter intercepted and say, okay, this George Floyd thing is out of bounds. But
well,
it's worse than George Floyd, and nothing is really. It isn't garnering this national protest. There's not
and maybe Dr. Tachi and Ray can maybe chime in on this. You notice that we're not seeing a lot of Black Americans taking part in anything. They're sitting out.
And rightfully so,
Yeah.
because it's worse. Instead of 2, it could have been 20. Right? So, we're not a part of this. Let them duke it out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, Scott Galloway said the other day, he said, yeah, he said, well, I guess Black people are just telling us, welcome to our world.
Yeah. Yeah. We've been experiencing this for years now.
Yeah.
Right?
So Dr. Tachi says Joy Reid is talking about it now. Wow, that is big. That and the Grammy Awards are this weekend. Oh, I wonder well, it's going to be interesting to see if anyone's going to speak out about it since it's being broadcast by CBS, which is owned by the Ellison family, who bought it from Ellison family, which are very closely aligned with 47. Wow. So do we see media crackdown now happening? More media crackdown happening? And Dr. Tachi says, this is not our fight. It's time for the others to do something for once. The U.S. has leaned on the backs of Black protests since inception.
Yep.
Fitness IQ says, yep, this is not our fight.
Nope. We must sit back and just eat our popcorn now and just watch the show.
Eat your flavored popcorn.
And just watch the show and just keep on working on that.
Wow. So,
but, there are Black ICE agents. There's Hispanic ICE agents. There's South Asian. You know that.
I haven't seen many of them on camera at all.
I've seen them. When you look at the groups, when you look at everybody that's masked up and everything, you can see the different ethnicities in the background. But the forefront guys they tend to be white.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Dr. Tachi says, I think this is the last year that the Grammys will be on CBS. They'll be moving to ABC, so people may speak out because they're moving networks anyways.
But they may move to Netflix. You never know.
Well, yeah, look, and YouTube, the Oscars are moving to YouTube. Is it 2029? 2028 or 2029, the Oscars are moving to YouTube.
Think about it. Bigger audience. Free to watch.
Of course.
You don't need to be in the States. You know what I mean? All these things. You don't have to have cable. You don't have to, Yeah.
So Fitness IQ Cam says, yep, popcorn, smart pop, less sauce. Well, the thing that's going to be interesting is, again, what is eventually going to happen? Who's going to take over Netflix? But also, is the administration going to crack down on YouTube?
That's a very interesting, because isn't YouTube owned by Google Alphabet?
Yes.
So, hi, Joy.
And the love-in that the tech bros have with 47, and I was gonna mention, bring out something up that would just forget about this in this conversation, but just how the media censorship is happening in the US. Look at this. Okay. So Dr. Tachi says, okay. Have I been saying this for years? It's about time they thought about moving. Nobody cares about watching award shows on network TV as the ratings show.
100%. I mean, to be honest with you, there was a time when, before all of this, if we were going to age ourselves now, 40 years ago, you would sit by the TV and wait on it, and it was this big thing with a family or friends, and you watch. No, I just watch clips. Like, I'll watch, there's a BT Awards that Jill Scott performed. I'll just watch that clip and watch her performance.
Exactly.
I don't need to see John Doe walking up on the stage to get their award.
No.
Performances.
So Dr. Tachi's here. I know that Sinners received the most Oscar nominations ever.
Yeah, ever, not any film, ever.
Now the question is, how many will it win?
We'll see. We'll just have to wait and see. They did reasonably at the BAFTAs.
Okay.
They won some awards. I believe it was the BAFTAs.
Okay. Scott Grease says media censorship in the USA. Yeah, I know it already just, but it's going to see what is the next level. Like I said, when you go after a Don Lemon, who's an independent media, what does it say for other media outlets there? I know maybe it's because he did a protest thing, but I just see more is coming. And I say, Stephen Miller, Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller.
Yeah, I haven't seen any or I haven't felt any censorship in Canada. I gotta say that. If you listen to CBC, which is a federally operated, so to speak, federally funded media house, and they criticize both sides equally, I would say.
Wow. Those this
So
nationwide protest plan to demand an end to 47s. I just feel, and I think he wants to invoke this act. I don't know what it's called again, and maybe Dr. Tachi, I
the
forget the name of it.
Act,
The what?
Insurrection Act.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, so you can turn the military and
yep, and just lock it down for the elections.
yeah,
Dr. Tachi also says the protests were just an excuse to get him anyways. They're grasping at straws to try and silence independent media and independent thought. Oh, Scott Grief says CBC is state media. Interesting. What are your
yeah.
thoughts on that, Roger?
CBC statement. Yeah, that's it. It's
Oh,
federally
by the
funded.
state, yes,
Federally funded. But I'm saying that they criticize both sides
they do.
from all five sides. The conservatives, the progressive, the NDP, the liberal.
Which is interesting. This weekend is the annual Federal Conservative Leadership Convention. So it'll be very interesting to see if Mr. Poilievre survives.
Yeah, I was reading an article in the Walrus, and they're saying that he's most likely going to survive. Yeah, what's killing him is the far right faction of the party.
The Alberta faction.
Well, it's not just Alberta. It's not just Alberta.
True.
There's more people. There's factions right here in Ontario. Right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, and what they're saying is that what's killing him is Carney, because Carney is a little bit more centrist, right? So it's pretty much Carney and himself, and I think Black's did an article on that too. That they're pretty much saying and doing the same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah, it's not like Trudeau. Trudeau was far left, So it's a whole different thing. That's why a whole other conversation. I think you need to get Perry on the show, and probably to talk about that, and also get somebody like Andrew Bromfield. You need somebody from the other side to counter the discussion, to have a meaningful discourse.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't spoken to Mr. Douglas in a while, and it'd just be good to have him come in and give us updates on 6AI and whatever is going on.
Let me tell you something. That tool is phenomenal. I've actually abandoned ChatGPT, and I only use 6AI.
Yeah, the ChatGPT is
6AI is the bomb. I'm telling you, I'm using it. So what I did for a number of days is that I put the same prompt in ChatGPT and in 6AI, and I'm saying 100% of the time, 6AI gave me a better response. 100% of the time. So I'm eager to see what the 5 other modules do. Because this is just the first module, 6AI, right? It's six applications, 6 different modules of it. But phenomenal.
So
Black-owned business.
Dr. Taj is saying, for your information, there are over 11,000 people watching the Don Lemon show right now. There are guest journalists on.
There you go.
Wow, that's going to be...
Because of the personality, right? I think Don Lemon kind of established himself as a person who was reasonable in his thinking, right? See, a lot of people are not reasonable in the way how they present their arguments and everything. Some people may challenge people like Tucker Carlson, for example. You can see that he's biased, right? But a lot of people like Candace Owens, because the way how she presents her information, sometimes it comes across logical, right? I'm just saying. Sometimes for me, I'm watching her, I'm like, wow, well, I agree with some of it, right? True. I wouldn't say I agree with all of it, but I agree with some of it.
Yeah, she. I think when you're consuming media, try to absorb as many different sides as possible, so you can make a educated thought process
So you have your own perspective.
Your own perspective.
But you need to stand in the truth of who you are. And I think what is with a lot of people is that they really, in their heart, they believe one thing, but because of society, they say a different thing.
Or their sponsor,
But that too.
right? You're right. It's like follow the money,
Yeah,
right? Follow the money spin, like really
yeah.
important. All right, what's coming up with Buy Blacks? Anything we should be on the alert about?
It's just the People's Choice Awards winners on Sunday. Winners will be notified and promoted on our channels, social and newsletter. And then we're going to head into our anniversary celebration, that's on the 15th. So people get their invites to attend that. And then after that, it is, I mean, we're in Black History Month. Hey, by the way, are you going to the government's the event, the Black History celebration in Ottawa on Wednesday?
Did I get an invite?
Okay.
Right?
Ouch.
And again, it's always that one to go up for a thing, and
It's a lot. It seems though that there's the meeting. There's a meeting in the afternoon with the Black Caucus, and then there's the event in the nighttime, and then there's an after event as well. So there's 3 different events happening.
I didn't get an invite.
Yeah, so I'm considering it. Actually, I'm considering it based on who I think is going to be there and face-to-face conversations. I'm considering it. We'll see.
Well, if I had an invite, the only reason way I would go is if I would go with someone by myself. No. But no, I didn't get an invite. I'm not a runner in that race. I'm just giving out the
they're my clients, the Liberal Party. They advertise on Buy Blacks.
There you go. That's why you got it.
Them and NDP advertise on Buy Blacks, but not the Conservative Party. I've never had I can't remember. Okay, hold on, let me be careful. I've had ads
you get through before you speak it.
Yeah, I've had ads from the provincial government.
Okay.
From the Ontario provincial government, but no ads from like individual what you call it, candidates or anything like that. But I've had, it's different. It's just different. I'm not consistent.
There you go. All right. So as we shut it down, if you want to find out more about Buy Blacks, website, Facebook, Instagram, they're still on Twitter, X, or whatever you want to call it.
You can remove Twitter. I mean, I think everybody knows it's X now.
Who knows? You never know. All right. And YouTube. If you want to get hold of Mr. Knight, who hopefully right now is driving in a warm, cold car to the frozen parts of this province, more frozen probably than we are. That's true. If you want to get a hold of me, there it is, toplinkcc/the DRVIBESHOW.com. If you want to watch replays of this show, reach out on the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn, Afro Caribbean Business Network on YouTube, and Ryan Oneil Knight on YouTube. And never forget also, coming up on this Monday show, Donovan Ralph Martin on the Daily Scrum News talking about Chinese electric vehicles are coming to Canada. A cheaper alternative, overpaid prices. We'll also get his take on whatever comes aftermath of Don Lemon being arrested, because I'm sure he'll have something to say about that since he's involved in media. And also subscribe to the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube and hit the notification button, like the Dr. Vibe Show on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and Substack. So as always, live your life as a dream. If you can dream it, you can make it. Sometimes you need to get smaller to get stronger. Block assumptions. Aim bigger, aim better, aim higher, aim wider. Love, faith, and respect. Don't just manage your time, manage your energy. Remember to give yourself grace. And if you're not making money, make history. Try to do both and make it better. And stay warm wherever you are. Please stay warm wherever you are. God bless. Peace be all. Keep the faith, walk good. We'll catch you soon. Thanks, Roger, for spending the time with us this morning. Be well.
Thank you for having me.
Be well.
This whole thing of using your business with plant-based products, don't you think your life should reflect that too?
Juke him, Carol. Juke him. shook him. The family loves us here because they're saying Fitness IQ Can says put a wig on to get in.
God.
Oh my God.
Like the ideas are just coming fast and furious here this morning. What? Okay, look at this. Global Women Ambassador. Good morning. Look forward. Okay.